Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning from Los Angeles, California. We come together to wake up, to reprogram our subconscious mind, releasing our limiting beliefs. We come together to align with our truth, align with universal law, and to affirm our specific truth and live it every single day in every single way. So I'd like to begin with a story. So it was 1994 when the Beatles' song Yesterday vibrated through the water of the famous experiment by Masaru Emoto. He decided to freeze water and research how it was affected by occurrences such as letters, pictures, playing music, and by praying to the water. And after 2 months of trial and error, the method bore results, showing that positive words, good music, and prayer produced beautiful crystals. And in turn, negative words and discordant music produced opposite results, which were disfigured crystals. So there's a book by Emoto called The Hidden Messages of Water, and it hit the New York Times bestseller, and it broke the paradigm of what was possible in the realm of the body, mind, spirit connection. So we know that the body is made up to, around 70% water. And so this was the conversation of understanding and beginning the process of how much do our thoughts, how much does our environment, how much are we affected by this whole symphony, this whole body, mind, spirit thing, right? Knowing that we are not just an individual, we are connected as one with everything, everywhere. And so as we know this, working with clients, it's really interesting because as we know, as we back up to the core, we want to do the core inner work. And, if you take a look at the out picturing how it works, in the metaphysical world, we basically say that it is your beliefs affect your thoughts, which create your feelings and your emotions and the circumstances of your life. You can even back it up further. Your beliefs are really your identity. Like you're such a powerful spiritual being that the moment you even consider yourself to be something is what is your belief. It's not like you have to believe I believe it's all good. Just your identity alone sets the belief and the thought and the feeling and the circumstances of your life. And so we know, backing with so much scientific data now, and this is all, I believe it's what's the word I'm looking for? It is suggestive in that we know that science changes all the time and it all changes all the time. And I'm a true believer that this is good. It's good to be in the conversation and keep evolving in this conversation because we're going to learn these truths and understand who we are and understand the miracle and the dynamic of the creative factor of the universe. And we're all learning because it's ethereal. It's all transient, right? And we say it's factual in science, but really if you take a look at it, it changes. So spirit, we first have to define what is spirit. And spirit comes from the Latin word spiritus, which means breath. So how do you measure breath? You know what I mean? It's this information at some core spiritual level. So we know that, we have flesh and bones in our body, and we have a conscious mind, a subconscious mind, and a universal mind. And these all link together through the senses, through our life, through our outpicturing. And just getting that miracles are really glitches in the current belief system. What is a miracle? A miracle is something that we can't really totally measure and it doesn't really add up. But welcome to life, right? If you really take a look at it, how do you measure love? How do you measure these things that are ethereal, that are beyond the senses, beyond the factual things, right? So as we come to this dynamic, just accepting that our body and our thoughts and our beliefs and everything, there's this interplay, this symphony of our entire life. We have to ask, why does this matter? Louse Hay, wrote one of the most famous books. And did you know that her book was like a nothing book for the first 20 years? It became a New York Times bestseller, You Can Heal Yourself. And she basically was one of the first in this era, because there's been so many great metaphysicians, but basically understanding how our negative beliefs affect our body. They're coming down now to understanding how there's emotions that are playing into cancer. Like, really? Like, yeah, because cancer, our thoughts affect stress in our life, and our stress affects epigenetics and basically triggers different biochemical releases. I mean, even Harvard study publications basically stating that neurotransmitters in the amygdala, they transfer impulses to the sympathetic nervous system, stimulating body responses. So it's not like this is some woo-woo stuff, you guys. This is real stuff. And you need to get that. What I'm trying to really say here is to get how powerful your thoughts are and how important it is for you to do your inner work, for you to find peace. And that means, of course, doing your subconscious work, releasing the trauma, getting clear of what really works for you and aligning with that so you're not stressed out in your life. And of course, basically affirming every single day in every way, which means tapping in to your true self, to tapping in through meditation, tapping in through prayer, tapping into all that so that you can feel one with everything, so you can understand and experience the grand symphony of the body, mind, spirit, instead of just listening to it or just reading about it, right? You've got to understand that from an experiential level so that you can truly find peace. And in finding peace and releasing all this, you'd be amazed at how many illnesses will go away, right? We know that 70% are psychosomatic illnesses, even in the medical field. So what is it in your life? And this is my question for you. What is it in your life that you're ready to heal? Is it sleeping problems? Is it relationship issues? Is it lack of money? Or is it an advanced disease? And we're not here to say we can cure anything, but I personally have witnessed miracles with people. I've witnessed them growing back their hair instantaneous. I've witnessed back pains going away. I've, all kinds of, you name it, I've witnessed it going through. And I think it's really important to get the potential of what doing your inner work can do. And so going further down this, ridding yourself of some illness, disease, ridding yourself of and influencing your genes. We know that your environment can affect your genes. It can literally turn on and turn off things going on in your life. Dr. Simmons in 2008 informed us that cancer was the first human disease to be linked to epigenetics. Very important to understand and have some, reflection of the Eastern and Western, the outer world of science and the inner world of spirituality. And so just taking a look at this, just knowing, do you even understand how advanced you are? You are such a miracle. Did you know that if you laid out all your nerve cells, your cell thread would wrap around the earth 2.5 times, consisting of approximately 90,000 miles in length. 90,000 miles in length. Like, you have 37 trillion cells in your body that all have a specific function. If you understood, it took 4 billion years to evolve to you. You are a miracle. And until you get that, until you understand the intelligence that lives in you, that you may just be like feeling like, oh, this is kind of a boring day, or, oh, I'm just overwhelmed and I don't know how I'm going to deal with this, relationship issue. Like, you need to get and wake the F up. Like, take a moment and open your eyes and look at this thing, this body that you're living in, this life that has been created. The body is the ultimate tool for spirit, your true self, to communicate in the physical realm. You have the most advanced, computer you are living in right now that you get to use in ways that are just so profound. It's so profound. The chemical equations that go on in your body, the greatest chemist on earth could never do, ever. You have this law of demand in you. You can demand things. The fifth finger was created by demand. We needed to survive. You can do this. The runner that goes through the runner's block and goes into that second wind, you have the ability to call that forth through your body. And so I know in this dynamic, the computer that you're running, you're not your body. You're not this world. But as you expand your thinking and realize the law of oneness, you are that. You are the one presence, the one mind, the one spirit, the one life source, which is divine love. This law, the law of oneness, unifies all people, places, and things, and it is the interconnectedness of all of life, past, present, future. There is no such thing as in time in the spiritual realm. You are energetically connected to all of life. Your individual conscious mind is connected to subconsciously to the subjective mind, which is connected to the collective consciousness and the cosmic consciousness. You are the divine. You are co-creating at all points in time in the most brilliant way. You are a miracle. And so just in this, just asking yourself to really expand your thinking. How much do you truly believe that your body has an innate healer in it? How much do you believe that there's intelligence capable of restoring harmony and well-being and vitality in your body? How much do you believe that your thinking is playing into your happiness, your health, your success? How much do you believe your soul, you, the true self, the spirit, yourself, is creating your reality? And so today I invite you to just take a moment to really get the miracle that you are. And notice that anywhere you're having negative symptoms in your life, in your body, anywhere, is your higher self, you, the intelligence that tells you. It's like a car that has little signals when it's not running correctly. If you have divine signs and symptoms that you're off course, that is the signal saying, get back on course. That's life working for you. That's your body working for you. Give gratitude to that. Give gratitude to all the things and the symptoms and the disease and all those things that are trying to wake you up. They're trying to say, hello, we're trying to speak to you and you're not listening. We're going to start speaking louder until you listen. And so knowing this, taking divine action to just literally get back on course, to begin to live your truth, to begin to love your life. And so I just say thank you for this divine day, tapping into the truth of the miracle that you already are. Have a wonderful day, and may you live your truth. Thanks again for tuning in to Dr. Erin and Soul Society podcast. I'd like to invite you to write a review on iTunes. Also, I have a free gift for you, a money meditation and worksheet, which you can find at soulciety.com. That's www.soulciete.com. Or 30 guided meditations at drerin.tv. That's www.drerin.tv. We also hold monthly Soul Society events that are all about transformation and building extraordinary community. You can also watch me live daily on goodmorninglalaland.com or Instagram at drerin.tv. Grab your free manifestation masterclass with the purchase of my international best-selling book, Awakening, a 40-day guide to unleashing your spiritual powers, life purpose, and manifesting your dreams at erinfallhaskell.com/awakening book.